few red apples falling from the same tree. They're all wondering why one skin is green. 'Cause I can't put no coins in your cup, 'cause I'm still trying to work my way up, and never meant to show you no love. But this can't be about you, this can't be about you. You gotta let me go, gotta let the spurt flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta let me go, gotta let the spurt flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. I'm here by the skin of my teeth, and you can't keep tugging my sleeve. What I make, we can.
Peace, family, and welcome to another episode, Underground Railroad Productions. This is your host, Brother Rich. I'm here once again with the living legend, none other than Professor Griff. Welcome back, brother.
Peace, Brother Rich, and it's a pleasure to be back. And I think I need to let the people know up front, because people keep asking me, man. Yes, I am coming to Baltimore on April 22nd. Dang.
Wow.
This barbershop, man, right next to the Grindhouse, man. I think it's St. Paul, right down the street from the Terror Cafe. I'll read the information at the end, though. But I'm coming to be more. So, yeah, so y'all could stop asking. People be blowing me up, man. I don't know what's happening in Baltimore, but guess I need to get there, so I'm going to get there. Definitely, man. All right.
Indeed, indeed, and I will put that information in the description bar for those that are interested as well.
Okay.
Last week when we spoke, Professor Griff, we left off speaking about corporations and, Pepsi and, the disrespect of some of these corporations and disregard of what's going on in, communities across the world. We have a situation with another corporation, in which it was kind of crazy watching it. The United Airlines video with the with the Asian passenger who got ragdolled. I guess they overbooked, and they felt that they said they had 4 crew members that needed to get to a flight, otherwise it would have been canceled. So they asked the passengers to give up their seat, and nobody volunteered. So I guess I think they even offered them money. And nobody still didn't volunteer. So at that point, they randomly picked people, and it just so happened that they picked this Asian guy. He said no, and I guess everybody's seen the rest. And it's just crazy. Like, you look at it, you're like, God damn, this is happening like 2017. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar company behaving like that. So, and after the incident, instead of apologizing and saying this will never happen again, the CEO said the man was being disruptive and belligerent when asked to give up his seat. He used terms like where he's sorry we had to reaccommodate customers. If people reaccommodate, shit, that's a hell of a lot more than reaccommodating people. So it just looks real crazy. And what kind of message? I mean, a lot of people are talking about, this is another example of racism because they picked somebody that was Asian and they know damn well they wouldn't have did that to somebody that was white. There's a lot of things that's being talked about with this in terms of corporations, in terms of airline procedure. Just to get your take on this, Professor Griff, what message should the people receive? We see things like the Pepsi. We see things like the Korean hair salons where, black women are being thrown to the ground. Now we're seeing instances where 69-year-old men are being ragdolled throughout the airplane because he wouldn't give up his seat. What should the people take from us continuously seeing this from these businesses and corporations?
I was watching a press conference, and this gentleman started talking about the environment and the atmosphere and the spirit of the people nationally now that Trump is in office. And they said, you're going to see more and more of this because this is the spirit of the people. Wow. People are just angry all the time. And they can't wait to just take out their frustrations out on one another. And he said, this basically has to change. And the interrupter says, well, what has to change? He says, the whole idea of the society turning on itself. Clearly this man did nothing, but yet Fox News had the nerve to pull up this man's criminal record.
It's crazy.
And
They always do that.
Some of the super white men in the audience at the press conference wanted to talk about how much of a doctor he really wasn't. And the people cut him off and basically says, well, that's not on trial here. The fact that whether he practices 1 day a week or 6 times a week, that's not the thing that's on trial here. United Airlines is on trial here. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's real. So I think it's a culture of violence, Brother Rich. I mean, if I could say that, now that Donald Trump is in office. And I think that's the only way I could sum that up, because when I saw it, I was like, wow. You understand what I'm saying? But you know something? I do. Well, let me just say that as a foundational answer to that question. Let me just say that. I don't want to go up into other things because I'm not sure what you're going to ask.
Indeed.
It is racism, but when people are violently racist, then you're talking about the manifestation of demonstrating to the masses of the people, knowing that this is going to go global, demonstrating to the masses of the people that we really don't give a fuck about nobody but ourselves. And this is racism, white supremacy, not at its finest, because at its finest, you won't see things like this. You won't see one man being dragged. You'll see millions of people being dragged off to the slaughterhouse.
Indeed. Crazy, man. A lot of people feel as though the blacks, the so-called blacks in this country, Moors, blacks, different names people call, the black experience, have been at the bottom for so long that other races forgot that they're not white. So the Hispanics sometimes forget that they're not white. The Asians forget they're not white. The Arabs forget they're not white sometimes. And every now and then, they're reminded, oh shit, I'm not white. They get their what people call their honorary white privilege pass taken away from them. Do you think this is as much as a problem as people say it is, or is this a problem with Asian people who may not have known things like this occur on a day-to-day basis in the black community, the disrespect and the total disregard for humanity? Do you think this is something that people fail to realize that goes on in this country?
I think we need to understand something, Brother Rich. This has been going on with black people. This kind of behavior has been going on with black people for a long, long time. And now with the advent of social media, with cell phones, with cameras and this kind of thing, the rest of the world that really turned a blind eye to what was going on to black people when we tell our stories now are able to see it, and you can't deny it. At the press conference, the gentleman kept saying, didn't you see the footage? Well, hell, we saw Rodney King get his ass whipped. We could have said the same thing. So in one breath, on a human level, I feel for the Chinese guy. On another level, a month ago, there was a Chinese man beating the hell out of a black woman in a beauty supply store. It didn't get nowhere near the coverage that this thing got. Black people are dragged up and down the highways and byways of America, shot down. We went through a long period of being lynched and hung and castrated and beaten for no reason. But now it's happening to Asian people, and the amount of footage that is received is ridiculous. Nonetheless, human suffering is human suffering. And black people, we're just going to feel. We're going to say, man, that's wrong. And then at the end of the day, those of us that truly feel for our people will say, well, wait a minute now. This has been happening to black people. Where was CNN and Fox News and all these other people when the black woman was? Go through in order to choose him. Then he was sitting next to his wife. They to learn that, number one, it wasn't over. The fight was not overbooked, Brother Rich. He needed his seat for 4 airline stewardess, flight attendants, to catch that flight so they can. And he was just the first one that they chose. That he. I just can't see him pulling the average black man up out of his seat like that. That's just, especially a black woman. Mm. Yeah, I think a brother could rearrange that goddamn furniture up in there, man, for real. For real. I mean, but that's just real. Being after you paid for a ticket and you sitting down, most times when people get in their seat. I know a couple of people that I know just they get in the seat and they automatically doze off. Can you imagine being awakened out of your sleep and you told that you have to get off the plane? The first question you got to ask is why.
Right.
So no, go on.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, brother.
No, go on. I'm good. It's just that I looked up and I see that Dale has a concussion, broken nose, 2 missing teeth now. He lost 2 teeth.
And he was 69 years old.
Dow is his name. Dow has a concussion, broken nose, and he lost 2 teeth at 69 years old. And he says he will never fly again.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's crazy, man. Now, we might have talked about this before in a show probably a year or 2 ago. There's this thing where the people that pull them off the plane. Now, everybody's looking at them as monsters, like, how can they do that to this man who's 69 years old? And their head, most of the time, Just like the cops who shoot black people or harass black people or judges that lock up not just black people, but anybody for apparently no reason at all, or people that just do injustices to people, they won't feel guilty if they could just tell themselves, I'm just doing my job. So as long as they tell themselves, I was just doing my job, the guilt, it's like they're able to temporarily suspend the guilt. And they just become monsters at their job. If their superior tells them, I need 50 niggas in here, I don't care what they're doing, give them a ticket for whatever. Say they're loitering, I don't know, find a reason, chewing gum and jaywalking, whatever. They will do what they got to do, and they will tell that person will be like, damn, why are you picking on me? They'll say, hey, I'm just doing my job. What is it about the psychology of that logic, Professor Griff, that allows somebody to be so get rid of their morals and be so cold-blooded once they say that to themselves, Professor Griff?
Yeah, this is the society in which we live in, Brother Rich. It's a society where we cannot fathom the thought of thinking on our own. And this is the prevailing feeling that most people have, because all throughout school, Brother Rich, the educational system changed to the point where now only thing they want to do is train out factory workers. They want to educate you just enough so you know how to run the factory. You push the button, you move the lever, you adjust it a little, you spray it, you adjust it, you'll go over it, fact check it, go back, make sure the locks work, make sure it's the right color, make sure the packaging is good, you have the right temperature, that a robot taste it. Just enough to push the buttons, Brother Rich. As soon as you start thinking outside of that, you become an issue and you become a problem. You become a threat. You become a troublemaker. Educational system is training people what to think, not how to think, Brother Rich. So the whole idea of I'm just doing my job, regardless of what that job is, they brainwash servicemen that are in the military in just that way. It takes a hell of a thing to go to war and having to go on a battlefield and do your quote-unquote job and kill people and then turn around and you come home and everything is just all right. No, it's not just all right, Brother Rich. You can't blow somebody's head off and then go home and eat Captain Crunch and fucking Cheerios and have a good night rest and do the same thing the next day and think you're going to turn out fine. No, you're not going to turn out fine. So this whole idea of just doing your job, I think they're taught not to question authority. And in most cases, our parents bred that into us right. When we were younger. You never question God. So from a young age, you're not asking any questions. Wow. Say your job is to push this button and blow up 1,000 people on this bridge. A lot of people say, well, I'm just doing my job. A lot of people say, well, damn, well, don't you have any conscience? Can you think for yourself for once? Nothing's telling you that this is wrong? But I'm just doing my job. That's sad, man. That's sad on so many different levels, Brother Rich.
Definitely, man. That's I definitely like how you broke that down. That's definitely something people are going to have to rewind and listen to, because we see it so often in this society. I've heard it numerous times from cops who, you know, just decided to pull me over for whatever reason, and they're blatantly lying, and they'll just tell you that. They tell you that straight. Oh, I'm just doing my job, man. That's it. And you're like, damn.
Right. But now United Airlines is catching so much hell. Did you see how much money they lost just in stocks?
Right. Yeah, I've heard, because they were saying that their stocks dropped, and what's this dude, Warren Buffett, done lost a lot of money because he had a lot of money invested in United Airlines. So I definitely heard, definitely.
So United Airlines was one of the rare airlines that had a direct connection between America and China. So you know China got over 100 million views of that video.
Wow, for real?
100, yes! $100 million.
Wow.
You talking about the CEO having to come before the people and give the people the explanation, man, that their PR firm, whoever they have, that has to kind of come and do some damage control, is going to have a hell of a time doing damage control to this. It is just outright wrong on so many levels.
Right.
It's in front of me now. Since we're committed that United will not ask law-abiding citizens to leave, to get off the plane once they purchase a ticket. It says United Airlines promises to fix what's broken. Well, the thing that's broken, as a matter of fact, Brother Rich, let's not be foolish to say something is broken. American Airlines is doing what American Airlines probably always have done. Right. This is their policy, Brother Rich. It's just that it was caught on film this time. It was caught on tape. So the damage control, I see he was on Good Morning America, the CEO. You understand? People didn't even know the goddamn CEO of United until this incident. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now he has to come out and kiss babies and shake hands and, yeah, then you hear his first couple of statements, he didn't even want to apologize.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's like they really don't feel sorry. And you kind of feel that, he had to apologize because so much pressure was coming from so many people. And then about 200 or 300 people showed up at United Airlines headquarters in Chicago. And then another couple of hundred showed up at the damn airport. So the man, disoriented now, probably with a concussion, 2 missing teeth, standing in the aisle, talking about just kill me. Just kill me. It's like, wow. So you get United Airlines is just catching it, man. I read something that said, you see them, we beat them.
Crazy.
Crazy. They just let us accommodate you. You understand what I'm saying? They got all kind of memes out, man.
Yeah, I seen all types of memes, man. People crazy. I done seen all types of memes, man. Do you think people? It's a good thing that people are starting to catch on to this because they do it so much. But it seems like people are starting to catch on. I seen John Legend's wife tweet. A lot of people tweeted like, "Uh-oh, here comes the trouble past narrative." Because something happened, then they go dig up your past, and you're like, well, he wasn't a real doctor, and his license got suspended, da-da-da. So you think people are starting to wake up to all the tricks that the media's been doing for so many years?
Well, you know something, Brother Rich? They had to criminalize him in order to justify the beating.
Yeah.
But I said to someone today, well, he wasn't being a criminal that day. He was sitting in his seat. With his wife, minding his own business. No one would have known he was a criminal unless they put it out there on the internet. You understand what I'm saying? It's sad. It truly is. It says this brother says you don't have to worry about overbooking if you don't have clients, and that's true.
Yeah.
If everyone just basically said, well, we just not going to fly United. We'll just take another damn airline today. Because if this is what you're doing to people, not only do United Airlines need to fix what's broken, they need to restructure this whole thing on how they treat people, man. You just don't beat people because you want four seats for your crew to catch another flight. One person said at United Airlines, you are literally the most disgusting, unbelievable, despicable people in the world. And I'm a fucking porn site. And this is Pornhub that said this. Wow.
Wow. Oh man, I didn't see that one. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's really critical, man.
Oh man, Pornhub.
There's another one. This dude walking down the aisle with a bat, and this meme says "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo."
Yeah, man. It's
Damn. I mean, do you think they say we have a short attention span? We forget things. What? I mean, are we going to even remember this? You think, as a society, United Airlines? Do you think long term, like we see their stocks falling now? Let's say a year, 2 years from now. Do you think they will still be impacted by this event, or do you think this will be something that just people forget about in a month from now until the next hot story comes out?
I think that's definitely going to take place. But people will joke about this for the next few years, Brother Rich. American Airlines will start handing out chicken to niggas and start offering white corporate dudes fucking free Viagra. You understand? And free Playboy magazines, and people will forget.
Right.
Very simple. But the CEO really didn't want to apologize. He was slow to react, slow to respond. He's very insensitive. But that's the thing that got to people. It's like, wow, this dude don't even want to apologize.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? This is a violent culture in which we live in, and I think the tension now is exacerbated simply because Donald Trump has helped create this atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? There were first-class, stiff-ass, corporate-ass white boys that were asked to leave first class on a couple of United flights, I heard. And they asked, well, why? They said, because someone more important needs your seat. I was like, wow. As Flavor Flav would say, wow. Wow. Man. So when you get your ticket and you board the plane, that is a legal binding contract, man. Did you know that, Brother Rich?
Yeah.
They're actually breaking, they just, breaking the contract, man. And this is sad, man. This is really, truly sad. On a human level, man.
On a human level, yes, indeed.
On a human level. Right on the heels of Charlie Murphy passing away, it's like I barely got through my show last night because it's just, someone that wanted to bring joy and tell jokes and keep us laughing without being in the shadows of his brother, a brother who grew up where I grew up, Roosevelt, Long Island. I'm like, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we want to send our condolences to the Murphy family, to the Lynch family, and send some positive energy that way to Eddie Murphy and his family for the loss of Charlie Murphy. For real. But back to this subject, Brother Rich, it says, since United needs some clarification, some clarifying, we went to Webster's Dictionary to teach United Airlines what the meaning of volunteer means. Volunteer means someone who does something, Volunteer means someone who does something without being forced to do it. That's what a volunteer is. If you want to voluntarily give up your seat, then, okay, I heard they offered him $800. But there was one brother that said, I don't give a fuck what they're offering. I want to take this flight. I want to get home. I just want to take the next flight. That is his choice. Now, straight up, Brother Rich, on the real, if them motherfuckers would have got to like $1,000 out of the law, I'll go. I'll get off the plane. Yeah, but y'all can have his raggedy ass. See, I'll go tomorrow. For real. For real. But there's so many crazy memes, man. It says special seating apparel division. Some men standing around in military uniform. Meanwhile, over at United Customer Service desk, they got brothers hemmed up, man. They are killing United Airlines, man. I saw one meme. Somebody sent it to me. I forgot who it was. It says, let me try to find it, Brother Rich, while we're talking. It's ugly, man. I mean, it's really, really ugly. Hold on for a second, man. Sometimes we try to find the humor in everything. This one says, hey, at United Airlines, my ex is flying from Atlanta to San Antonio. Flight 2145, row 12, Seat D. Do your thing.
My ex, sir. My ex. Yeah, man.
Whoa, man. But back to the matter.
Well,
wow.
we, since we ended it early today, Griff, what message would you like to leave the people with when they see things like this? What approach should we take? How should we move forward as a society by seeing something this despicable happen to somebody that is just on the airplane?
I think with what black people have been through, we wouldn't want to see that happen to anyone. Although you can't compare this to what happened to black people. But I'm just saying on a human level, let's feel and act like we're humans, and this is the human family. You understand what I'm saying? This shouldn't happen to anyone. And trust me, you're going to start seeing more and more of this simply because Donald Trump is creating this atmosphere. At the same time, the United States government, Brother Rich, had dropped the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan today.
Yeah.
But you see the distraction now?
Mm-hmm.
We're not even focused anymore on what's going on around the globe. The mother of all bombs. And on CNN, they were talking about it's a non-nuclear bomb. Why do you have to say it's non-nuclear? If it's just a bomb, just say it's a bomb.
Right.
But they had to make sure we knew that it was a non-nuclear bomb. I'm like, wow. You talk about distraction. So there's so many things going on in the world on multiple levels, Brother Rich. So I think what we need to do is keep in mind that we're human beings. We need to start acting like it. If we're conscious, act like it. If you're religious, act like it. If you're spiritual, act like it. And I think this is very real. And you notice people stayed in their seats and was filming it. No one got up to stop them from doing this to this man. See, that's that submit to authority. They come in black uniforms, undercover, whatever they got to do, flashing badges. Everybody gets polarized. No one wants to help. Everyone knows it's wrong, but no one wants to help for fear of they losing their life or getting beat. I'm telling you, man, people are going to start retaliating and fighting back. But that's all I got to say about this particular thing, man. I want to see how this thing pan out. They got 2 years to put the paperwork in for a lawsuit. They need to mount up, man, for real, and stack the deck with this one. And do not let United Airlines, I call them United Scalelines, off the hook, man. Don't let them off the hook. Send a very starch message to them and let them know you can't treat anyone like this. Black, brown, red, yellow, or white. Plain and simple. That's all I got to say about it, Brother Rich.
Indeed. Leave your information, Professor Griff, what you got coming up.
Okay. I will be in Baltimore, Maryland on April 22nd. Just check out my website, www.professorgriff.me. I'll put the flyer up there. I'll send it to you, Brother Rich, and I'll get it up on my Facebook page at Kavan Shah /Professor Griff on Facebook. Or check out the Serious Minds page on Facebook. Or you can just go or send me an email to Serious Minds Info if you want to reach me. Send me some show ideas, whatever. SeriousMindsInfo@gmail.com. Once again, my phone number is 678-557-2919. I will be at the House of Consciousness in Norfolk, Virginia on the 29th of April. After that, I'm going to be bouncing around in May. But in June, I'll be at the Joshua Tree in California, and I'll be at the Carras Unity Center on the 11th. The Joshua Tree is the 9th and 10th. Carras Unity Center. I'm sharing that stage with Achiria Bell, Siddiqui Bakari, and my queen, Miss Soleil. All right? So y'all check me out. Give me a phone call, 678-557-2919. Go to the website, www.professorgriff.me. All right, Brother Rich, really appreciate you, as always, good brother.
Indeed, indeed. Thanks again for coming on the show, brother. I want to thank everybody for being tuned in to the end, and we'll see y'all next week. All right, y'all? Peace.
Peace.
Peace, family. This brother Rich from UGR, urging all my viewers and subscribers to help support the channel by donating just $1 to the UGR PayPal account. We appreciate the viewership and support, and we understand the power of $1. If you benefit in any way, shape, or form, we ask that you donate $1, whether it be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly, so that we can build our brand to compete with the NBCs, the MTVs, and the Foxes of the world. I figure since Kanye could ask Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion, I could ask my subscribers to donate $1 so I could make the best possible content possible. The main objective of this channel is to inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. So hopefully throughout the years of you watching this program, you have been inspired to become the greatest version of yourself. If you would like to donate, you could go to www.paypal.com and send a donation to richandmerit7@yahoo.com. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your program.
A few red apples falling from the same tree. They're all wondering why one skin is green. 'Cause I can't put no coins in your cup, 'cause I'm still trying to work my way up, and never meant to show you no love. But this can't be about you, this can't be about you. You gotta let me go, gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta let me go, gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow, it's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. I'm here by the skin of my teeth, and you can't keep tugging my sleeve. What